Convicted felon President Donald Trump, who is the biggest con artist and grifter in the history of American politics, is also the biggest liar. And everybody knows he's lying, but sometimes we forget how ridiculous his lies are. And I think it's important to point them out because we cannot forget, because there's a new lie, at least one every day. So I think the big ones we have to pay special attention to. So I'm going back as far as the campaign. He was going to stop the war in Ukraine with Russia in 24 hours.
Donald Trump missed the most about being president?
That I could do so much. I'll give you an example. When I said I could fix this war in Ukraine in 24 hours, but you can only do it from the presidential seat. You can't.
Okay, you've been in office for months now. Where's that happening? Because here's the deal. I find it odd that he says he misses doing things. What he misses is people buying him and bribing him and the corruption and the grift. But I just want to remind everyone, this is what Donald Trump posted in April on his social, cheap-ass social media platform. I mean, he's doing policy, diplomatic policy from Truth Social. So here we go. Vladimir, stop. Alex Cole says, you sound like you're asking him to stop tickling you, and when would be better timing for bombing innocent civilians? Donald Trump posts, I'm not happy with the Russian strikes on Kyiv. Not necessary and very bad timing. Vladimir, stop. 5,000 soldiers a week are dying. Let's get the peace deal done. Okay, number one, if you are a serious person and a diplomat, you do not post on a second-rate Truth Social account, Vladimir, stop. I'm sure Vladimir Putin peed his pants with laughter. They all sat around and said, what a bozo. Here's the deal. He has been posting like this 2 or 3 times, and Vladimir Putin every time just says, fuck you. I'm going to do what I want. And now, supposed to have a meeting in Turkey, Trump says, oh, well, I didn't expect him to go because I'm not going, and he would only go if I'm going. Well, number one, if peace is important to you, why aren't you going? And in number two, it's not a date. It's not a hookup. It's not a booty call. It's a diplomatic meeting. He's a liar. He has no plan. Okay. Then the peace in the Middle East, where Donald Trump thinks, oh, well, this would have never happened if I were president. There wouldn't be a war in Gaza. Here we have this.
Restore calm and stability to the region and expand prosperity, opportunity, and hope to our nations. And
okay, this is what he really meant.
Well, we're not going to buy anything. We're going to have it, and we're going to keep it, and we're going to make sure that there's going to be peace, and there's not going to be any problem, and nobody's going to question it. And we're going to run it very properly, and eventually we'll have economic development at a very large scale, maybe the largest scale on that site. And we'll have lots of good things built there, including hotels and office buildings and housing and other things. And we'll make that site.
Okay. So now he's going to turn it into a resort. He's going to have it. He's going to keep it. Nobody's going to say anything about it. Okay. And then he makes a commercial. He makes an ad for Trump Resort Gaza. Here we go.
Donald's coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, number one. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, number one.
Okay, that completely discounts the genocide of the Palestinian people, because he doesn't give a shit. Furthermore, he makes a commercial with him in a bathing suit with Netanyahu. He's slimmed down Elon Musk. He hasn't slimmed down himself. I mean, gold statues of himself. Tell us who you are, Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, Trump Gaza, that's who you are. Statues of yourself in gold. It is so gross. And then, okay, since we're talking about Elon, we have to go full in to the bullshit Doge experiment, which has cost the U.S. government so much money, so much judicial time. So many employees have lost their livelihood. People's worlds have been turned upside down. But here's what Carolyn Levitt, the cross-wearing press secretary, had to say.
Unacceptable, the comments that have been made by these Democrat leaders. And frankly, they don't even know what they're talking about.
Okay, hold on. She has the nerve to say someone doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay, sorry.
American people to make this government more efficient. He campaigned across this country with Elon Musk, vowing that Elon was going to head up the Department of Government Efficiency, and the two of them, with a great team around them, were going to look at the receipts of this federal government and ensure it's accountable to American taxpayers. That's all that is happening here. And for Democrat officials to incite violence and encourage Americans to take to the streets is incredibly alarming, and they should be held accountable for that rhetoric.
It sounds like...
Okay, number one, it's a window into her soul that she immediately says, take to the streets. Like, we're talking about peaceful protest. The MAGA people are the one that take shits at Capitol and break walls and windows and storm capitals and attack police officers. That's not the Democrats. You've seen peaceful protests break out. Doge with a great team around him. Remember Big Balls? He's still there. He's still there. Doge and his competent team, what they have successfully done, fired air traffic controllers. But wait, the silver lining is Elon Musk is no longer being investigated. Now they want to award the air traffic control contracts to Starlink so that Elon Musk can be in charge of those too. They've shut down investigations into Elon Musk. They've awarded Elon Musk new government contracts. And what have they done for the American people? Well, here are the numbers. Okay, the actual math behind Doge's cuts. If you thought Elon Musk was really trying to cut costs, you weren't in on the joke. My latest piece in The Atlantic does a deep budget dive to determine how much money Doge is truly saving. Remember that Elon Musk initially promised $2 trillion, then $1 trillion, and now it's $150 billion. Okay, now also, remember that all we've heard about is the waste, the fraud, the abuse. There's not one case pending with the DOJ, and we know Pam Bondi would file that immediately because she's running around arresting people for property crimes to Tesla and calling it domestic terrorism. So we know she would prosecute if he actually found fraud. And so it went from $2 trillion to $1 trillion. The real numbers are $150 billion. And then you have the breakdown. Here we go. Here's the breakdown. The federal government's income statement through March 31st. They are spending more than they did in 2024. The revenue is slightly up. The deficit is higher. So what that looks like is we have an increase in spending by 10%. We have a 3% increase in revenue and a 22% increase in the deficit. So we are spending more money. We are cutting resources, but billionaires still will not be taxed. And upside for everybody, Elon Musk doesn't have to face criminal prosecution for all the fraud that he has committed at his company. He doesn't pay taxes. Now we know he won't be investigated. So all of these Trump lies, these are important. We've got him wanting to build the Trump Gaza. That's his plan for Middle East peace. Stop, Vladimir. That's where he is on the Ukrainian war. And Doge is just an abject failure, not to mention all the lawsuits and the lives that have been ruined. So we have to always keep in mind and remember, yes, he lies every day. Those lies are harmful. But the people in his orbit believe it, and we have to stick steadfast with the truth. And that's why we cannot get caught up in all of the bullshit that he does on a daily basis. And remember all the lies that he told that affect people's lives, Ukrainians, Gazans, and the American people. We have to stick together, stay in the resistance, subscribe to our channel for more news.